body. Here's why chronically undereating is keeping you fat. It's also screwing with your hormones. So your body is ever adapting to what you're putting into it. So if you're chronically undereating, your metabolism is going to slow down and your hormones are in turn going to downregulate over time.
Let's take a second to look at some of the things that we do know. Yes, long-term caloric restriction does appear to decrease circulating sex hormones, which we can presume is what this individual is talking about. In a caloric deficit, resting metabolic rate, which is the amount of calories that you burn just sitting there, will typically decrease. For example, individuals that lost 7.3 kilograms had a decrease in resting metabolic rate by about 100 calories. About 60% of this was due to the fact that they simply just weighed less, meaning they simply didn't have as much tissue expending energy. The other 40%, or about 40 calories, were due to metabolic adaptations that did indeed preserve energy. Additionally, when in a caloric deficit over the long term, activity energy expenditure may decrease. Using the calculations of millijoules per kilogram, they would likely come down from about 1,000 calories to 884 calories in a 100 kilogram or 220 pound person, meaning their activity energy expenditure may decrease by another 100 calories. With that being said, physical activity returns to baseline when weight loss is maintained, meaning you won't just be physically inactive for the rest of your life after you lose weight. Metabolic adaptations, which is a downregulation of your energy expenditure during fat loss, does appear to be associated with less weight loss and delayed time to reach your weight loss goals. And the last piece of bad news is that in a study looking at Biggest Loser participants, after 6 years of follow-up, they still appeared to have proportionally lower metabolic expenditures. Therefore, a reduction in your resting metabolic rate may be prolonged depending on the degree of your weight loss. However, the amount that it's downregulated is reduced by about half after weight stabilization, meaning at its worst it may decrease by about 100 to 200 calories, but over time, after you maintain this weight, your resting metabolic rate will gradually increase, just not back to where it was before when you were in a much larger body. For some good news, metabolic adaptations are not a major barrier to weight loss maintenance, as individuals with the greatest metabolic adaptations do not appear to be any more likely to gain the weight back. Additionally, increasing energy flux may be a way to counteract this effect. Your rate of energy movement is termed energy flux. Low total energy intake with low energy expenditure is a low energy flux, and a high energy intake along with a high energy expenditure is considered a high energy flux environment. If you eat more and move more, the decline in your resting metabolic rate is less severe and less drastic. You also appear to have better hunger regulation, all of these which can attenuate the biological drive to regain weight. So in summary, what we know is metabolic adaptation does occur when you undereat. And this metabolic adaptation may make it more difficult to lose weight. And simply because you are at a lower body weight, your resting metabolic rate won't return to the same as it was when you were in a bigger body size. Nor should it. However, this decrease doesn't appear to inhibit the maintenance of weight loss. And putting yourself in a high energy flux environment in which you are eating more and moving more can help to prevent a decrease in resting metabolic rate and activity energy expenditure. With that being said, if you would like an individualized approach to nutrition and lifestyle to optimize your health, energy, and body composition, send me a DM to sign up for a consultation.